So look, all right, Will Ospreay, all right. Will Ospreay is supposed to be that guy. Okay, I'm gonna try to simplify this, right? Will Ospreay is supposed to be the guy. Maybe not today, right? But when people talk about the next era of AEW or even just the next era of professional wrestling, all right, people are always talking about Will Ospreay. His name is always being brought up in the conversation. Okay, then you've got Kenny Omega. Kenny helped establish what AEW is. Okay, Kenny represents the original promise of AEW, elite level professional wrestling. All right, that's outside of the norm, which is what the WWE, an alternative. So when you put these two guys together at Wembley, right, there's something bigger happening than just who's the better wrestler, all right, who's winning the belt. It's like this is almost like generational matchups, all right. This is the guy who helped build AEW versus one of the guys who's supposed to carry it forward. So that's why I'm asking: is if Ospreay is really AEW's future, does he have to beat Kenny Omega at Wembley? All right, because at some point being called the future is not enough. Sometimes you got to actually take the spot and become the present. All right, so open around. I want to go around. Does Ospreay have to win? Yes or no? What you got, Lou?
No, absolutely not. It's Kenny Omega's time to carry that title for a little bit. He's 42 years old. He's not getting any younger. I mean, Will Ospreay's 33, but right now, no. He the loss won't hurt his future. I think that he's still the future.
What you got, Cliff?
I'm like, damn, Kenny's old. I didn't realize Kenny was 42.
Homeboy will be 43 this year.
What's crazy? Yes, Will needs to win this match. Will needs to win this match not because of to establish that he's the future. Will needs to win this match because it's in Wembley. Do you know how many people who were born in England have won the title in England? 0.
I was about to say probably none.
0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he has the opportunity to be the first Englishman to win a world title in Wembley. So that's the reason why I'm here for the story, was because I want to see if this is something that gets pulled, because this would be the thing. Kenny Omega, yes, he is the face of AEW. Like, let's call it what it is. He's the ground layer. He's the bricklayer. He's the guy who helped. We joke about the pillars all the time, but him, Nick, and Matt, and Cody, right? Regardless of how you feel about where he's at now, like those are the guys. Those are the four that built the foundation for AEW, and like they're always going to be the guys that do that. So Kenny doesn't need the whole I have this title, but he has this opportunity to uplift this opportunity for Will to make it known that, like, yes, this is the future of our business for the next few years, and that's who they can get behind. So yeah, I think Will needs this match. Otherwise, you can still call him your franchise guy, but it's like he's your franchise guy, but he's like essentially what Hangman Page is like. He just won't win the big one. You know what I mean? So it's like keep him there.
All right, Dean, what you got?
Piggyback off of what Cliff just said, he still is going to be the franchise guy whether he wins or not, but I do think that he should have the win. I think their matches against each other, he's down. I think Will is down. Kenny is up 2-1. So I think he needs it right now to win. I mean, to keep his momentum going, because with AEW, they always have the guy, he be hot because the crowd is behind him. He's hot. And if they don't capitalize on him the right way or the right time, he just started getting drifted off to somewhere else. Do I think that would happen with him? No. But do I think he needs to win this one for him to be considered their franchise? Yes, it would be nice.
I want to go back to what Lou said, because you go with Kenny, right? You think Kenny wants, right? You got Kenny winning, right? So I want to ask you this: what does AEW gain by Kenny beating Will Ospreay?
A better Kenny run. That's it. Knowing that his time is coming faster than Will Ospreay's, it's a Kenny time.
So who benefits more from the victory? Not who deserves it. Who benefits more?
Kenny Omega, hands down.
He benefits more from beating Will Ospreay.
Yeah,
So you don't think that Will winning against Kenny is a bigger deal?
no. Only if because it's at Wembley, not because it's going to shoot Will Ospreay's career, but
Okay.
because that's going to happen no matter what. But in the time being, right now, October 16th, when Kenny Omega turns 43, I looked that up by the way. He's got 5 good years left of actually being an elite wrestler.
Maybe 5. I mean, he
Maybe.
does have
That's why I said
diverticulitis, whatever.
for now it benefits Kenny more to win than Will.
So, all right, you brought up Wembley. Would your answer be different, right, if this match wasn't happening at Wembley? At Wembley?
No.
If this was, let's just say, so you're even with it being at Wembley, right? All right, so then like, all right, so how much does him being an English star wrestling at Wembley matter?
A lot. It really does. A lot.
Okay, because like I feel like I think that's the kicker. I think the kicker is that it's being at Wembley, like what Cliff said. I think that's the point that no one's really like. That's the key thing that's like that brings a little wrinkle in it is that the fact that there's no one. The number is 0. There is no like there was this one person. Like there was one. Now there's 0. And what better way than to get the one up on the E? Okay. There's something else that they can have over them. So
But here's my
I
question for you for that. Sorry, as we're talking about Wembley. Wembley's AEW has been in Wembley 23 and 24.
Mhm.
Now 26. How many are we going to see? A 27, 28? Can Will Ospreay wait another year?
Can Kenny wait another year?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's my point. Like I think this match right now with the let's call it what it is, the megastar, right? Because Kenny is the ultimate bout machine. He's the megastar. People talk about him. I didn't want to use like the EVP title. I don't care about that. It's just that when you think of like final bosses, and I'm not talking about The Rock, right? You think of Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Like Kenny is the guy. Like he's like when you want to become elite, you have to go through Kenny, right? And we've talked about it with all the matches. I mean, you go back from Okada to Will back in New Japan, right? Like there's levels to this game, and we know where Kenny stands. So for Kenny to stack the deck, right? And he's like, hey, I know you're gonna come in here with emotion. I know that you're gonna come in here with your family. You're gonna come here and do this. I'm going to take all of this away from you because that's what I do. Like for Will, this and the fact that he has the opportunity to become the first Englishman to win a world title in Wembley, like it does so much more for him because you don't know if you're gonna be able to get this run again with him. Like
What?
the only other person that's gonna be equivalent to this, and this is where I play devil advocate with it, is if you do this match in Wembley against Okada.
Why can't you have the Kenny run last a year and then have Ospreay win it next year?
He doesn't need it. He really doesn't need it.
For his
Kenny
legacy,
doesn't
he
need
does
it.
not. For his legacy, he does not.
Yeah,
Kenny
Kenny
does
doesn't
not
need
need
it.
for his legacy, but it's the last hurrah.
He doesn't need it. It was, I mean, like when we look at John Cena's like title run, I'm not talking about 17. Look at 16, right? It was a month long. Like it was just to put the next title on the next guy, the next transitional champ. I
agree.
think that's where Kenny is. I think Kenny right now, like being at this is like is this his third run with the title, the second run,
Second.
like second? Yeah, I mean, you can always put it back. You're only gonna get one shot at this one moment where you have these two dudes who are in the one's at the end of his prime while the other one is in his prime. Like being able to kill this show the way they're gonna want to do it.
I
You're
would
only gonna
rather
get this
have.
opportunity one.
I would rather have. It's going to be a fire match, but I'd rather have this down the line. Have Kyle O'Reilly versus Will Ospreay at Wembley.
I mean, I feel you on that, but Kyle O'Reilly isn't Kenny Omega. Like, he's just not. Like, can he be that way? No, he can't. Like, sorry,
Kyle
Kenny's a
O'Reilly, yeah, I got there's no way, and like, there's no disrespect to Kyle O'Reilly, that you look at the level and say that Kyle O'Reilly is up there with Kenny Omega.
yeah,
There's it's just not it, and you know I think because like you to your point, Lou, we really don't know how much time we have left of Kenny. Even if we may not even have a year left of Kenny, you know, who's to say like Kenny drop? Let's just say, you know, hypothetically, let's just say he does drop the title to Will, and that's it. You know, now knowing Kenny, he's gonna do a whole hoorah send off. It's Kenny. Kenny's got to be dramatic. So he's gonna get a whole goodbye tour, turning into some type of story where my next match I lose, I retire, and he goes on like some win streak for like we know we're getting that. But let's just say like that's it. You know, why wait the year? You know, like because like let's just think about it. Like how many times have we seen like there's a star that's hot, right? And they wait to pull the trigger, they wait to pull the trigger, they wait to pull the trigger, and then all right, cool, it's time to pull the trigger. Nobody cares.
nobody
That's why I
cares.
said that earlier. They do that often. Both companies do it.
Like, why do they risk that same mistake, right? By waiting another year? Because be for real, we were trying to get Will the title when he walked in the door. We like it's just that's just the fact. They were talking as soon as they said he's all as soon as he showed up. He wasn't even signed yet. When he was doing the Forbidden Door shows, they were saying, "Yeah, AEW Championship, dude, not signed yet." So I think, I think it's probably like a year is too late. I think at this point we need to do it now, or we're just not going to do it, and we're just going to go. It's like, oh, he always gets there, and he never doesn't. But then it's like you waste a real good moment because this Kenny Omega story is hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you know somebody can be your guy, how long, really should you wait before giving them the company?
And he's had two international championship reigns. He just did the Owen. He just won the tournament. Why not now? Why would you wait? Do it now while it's hot. They following. They're invested. They're interested. Do it now. Stop waiting.
And then at the end of the day, here's where I would also put it to you, Lou. Kenny loses, right? The title switches. You put Will on this little run, and I say a little run. Like you could put him on. I don't care, 6 months, whatever. I don't care about the run. I ultimately think that at some point in time, it becomes Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. The final match, right? Because that will be where Kenny ends it, and then you have the 2-2. Now you have a 3-2 ultimate winner, and then Kenny's putting over Will Ospreay as the new person that's taken over.
I say this. I say this. What you do? You have Will win the belt, right? Will wins the belt. He loses it at Winter's Coming to MJF. Okay, and he loses it. He takes it off at MJF again, and then he goes into Wembley as champion. And then you do MJF Will Ospreay at Wembley next year. You look at me crazy, but you know that's Tony Khan booking.
First off,
You look
yeah,
at me-
because
you look at me
MJF
and
and
that's true.
Tony Khan are fucking best friends. Fuck MJF.
All right. Final question on this one, and we'll wrap this one up. I enjoyed this one. But all right, finish this sentence for me, guys. Will Ospreay leaves Wembley as blank. Starting off with you, Cliff. What do you got? Will Ospreay leaves Wembley as
Champion.
all right. Dean, Will Ospreay leaves Wembley as
Your new champion.
Lou. Will Ospreay leaves Wembley as
Defeated.
okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Chaz. Will Ospreay leaves Wembley as
The franchise player. Yeah, I think that's the coronation. I definitely think they're giving Will the belt. I think this is the moment they'll probably do some whole shebang bang in England. They'll give him a crown. They'll be cheesy. It's Tony Khan. So they'll do something along that lines. But yeah, I think this is the coronation. Will's going to be your generational, not gener, at least yeah, generational star for the next 5 years. When you're talking like, all right, cool. There's your Braun Breaker. There's Obafemi. We were talking about that last week, right? These are the next 10 guys over as far as the E. Well, over in AEW, Will Ospreay, and I think this is the stamp where they set their flag like this is the guy.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad that like you brought that up, right? I don't. It's weird to think that that's going to be the next person that's leading AEW, and I only say that because Darby, you have MJF, right? Like ultimately, I understand where you're going with it because like Kenny is ultimately the Roman Reigns right now of like AEW.
Yeah.
So to see the comparisons and stuff, I'm like, damn, dude. Like, I hate that Will Ospreay is being compared to Braun Breaker because we know that Will is more of a, I don't want to say Cody because Cody cuts like great promos. Will is getting so much better and so much more comfortable. He's a young, a mid I don't say mid age, middle Randy Orton, if that makes sense. Like a '09 Randy Orton. Like those promos are coming together like fire. He's really great in the ring. We're all excited about what he's doing and stuff. And Will is at that point right now where he's about to break into like a whole new level. And like we're seeing it play out right in front of us. And I think it's weird to compare him to like a Braun Breaker or a Obafemi. I understand like you're putting the company on his back for the next 5 years, 10 years, maybe, that you're hoping that this will ride on. But it's just, I don't know. I understand the comparison. I just don't like the comparison because I'm like, damn, like this is rough.
That's fair. I can get that. I can give it that. I can give it that. I can give it that. All right. So everybody answered that one. All right. Cool. Let's go to the comments.
Boom.
And then we
Pushing
got
it.
then we're gonna bring on our another
Sharing
segment.
chat.
Then the indie roundup. Cliff, you got the indie roundup.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. And then we'll do that, and then we'll go to our last debate topic.
Chaz comparing Osprey to Breaker because we know Breaker ain't beating Femi. Hi, Mom.
Oh, there she is.
Where's Twitch? Deported. Iceland.
Back on the reservation.
Back on. Dean looking like he's running an art gallery.
I thought that as well when you popped up. I was like, wait a minute. That's it.
Real quick. Yeah. Hey, Mom, I need you to put this in the comment section. What do you think of my new title? And new. This guy, as I hit my microphone.
As he hit his
This
mic.
And you, dead guy.
That guy.
All right, let's go with the indie roundup. SWA results last night finally came through, so we want to make sure we give love to our sister promotion right there, SWA. All right, Cliff, let's go. You can skip my match though. You don't have to read the results.
All right, so here we go. So we're gonna start this off with. Oh wait, hold on. Amazing. Thanks, Mom. We're gonna start with the Ascension match, which was Massive Mike defeating Two Time. Which big shout outs because I do want to talk about this. So Massive Mike was talking about Two Time and how he trained him. I want to pull like full back on this, but like also there's a very good like father son moment in there too. I really wanted to just. I know not a thing to do, but I'm touching base on. I don't give a shit. SWA Tag Team Championships. We have Jesse O'Ryan and Common MK defeating the Calamity to become the new tag team champions, and that was a great match. It was a lot of fun to watch. Dean Mosley defeats Chaz Evans and Logan Riley. Oh yeah, I was supposed to read that one.
Yeah, Chaz Evans.
SWA Showcase Division Champion. It is Prince McAfee defeating Sickin to retain his championship.
Woo!
The SWA Mid-Atlantic Champion TJ Sykes defeats Stan Styles to retain his championship.
Yay!
It was Tomahawk defeating Noah Idol, which,
Boo.
can we be fair? Like, are those guys still fighting?
Probably they fought the entire night.
the whole night.
Yeah. In the
I
ring. Right.
I was as I was leaving out of my match, all I knew is that I just saw them literally fighting, and I went, "Wait, what's going?" And yeah,
Yeah, those guys
so
are just.
insane.
I'm sure that those guys probably had like a Step Brothers moment where they're like wrestling and then like yawning and then just like pass out.
They were definitely giving Peter versus the chicken last night.
Yeah.
They were fighting
Yes,
all
that's
over
perfect.
that
Yes.
It
I
was
need that to be a
nonstop.
thing. I need that to be a thing now. Like anytime that you see each other, it's on site. Like, did you stand there just like? Could you imagine like Prince or Noah just looking? He's like Tomahawk looks at him,
It,
and it's
it,
like then the music plays in the background. It's like dum dum ding 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 ding, and they're just like,
it was so confusing. I got in trouble by the referee during Prince's match because they actually came out fighting and interfered in his match, and the referee thought I had something to do with it. I'm like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Don't put that on me. It was all over that building last night.
You should actually be thanking Noah because actually Tomahawk was about to cash in on Prince, and
Yeah.
shout out to Noah. You know,
Shout out to Noah Idol because he did put on a dope match with Tomahawk, but Tomahawk would have cashed in and he would have unsuccessfully cashed in because he was not walking.
also shout outs to Noah just period because like Tomahawk came in and interfered in my match and then like Noah came in and like helped push him out of there. So
Yeah.
like
Shout out to
yeah,
Noah for being a good brother.
Noah being the MVP. Noah was MVP in it last night.
Definitely. That's what a brother.
Oh yeah, that's right because you also came out to help me and then he came and helped you. And then, you know, we had that moment, you know, and then Prince had to come out. So, you know, big shout outs. Anyway, back to the final match. The SWA Crowns champion. That's right. Yours truly, Red Dog, defeats KOC the third to become the new SWA Crowns champion.
Woo! Woo!
As I fried my voice out too last night too. That was crazy.
yeah, I think we all like kind of like killed our voices.
Yeah. Well, I was at work today, and everybody's like, "Yo, are you okay?" I was like, "I've had 45 minutes of sleep, and I fried my voice, so yeah, I'm doing excellent." As I'm like walking around with Brandy at my work, letting everybody know, like, the champ's here. Like, what's wrong with your voice? I'm like, don't worry about it.
All right, let's end the night off. All right.
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod _X. 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and prowrestlingtees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm going to walk away and you're going to play another video.
Now it's time to shine.
Now.
A little bit of soul, now drop me some lime. Now it's time to set it off, drop some gangsta funk with some OG Snoop, sipping gin and juice. Now get loose on the floor, I'ma sip some more. She ain't a hoe like a couple of hoes that I know. Get drunk and wanna fuck you like a groupie, bitch. But if it is what it is, then it is what it is. I'm blitzed, so blitzed, get blitzed like this. Take a shot of Cuervo, chase it down with a crown en español, let's just know what I mean. Habla mi lengua porque soy mexicano. Tomando de botella, un botella en mi mano. Soy malo, porque soy borracho. Just check how I wreck, let me drink my shit. And when I drop this shit, best believe I was blitzed. On the phone with my homies, just checking their hats. At the spot where it's hot, ladies losing their top. Lose their top on the spot, cause the spot's so hot. 3 in the morning and the house still packed, still jammed. Goddamn, feeling real good, mama looking so good. Just bounce that ass, mama shake that ass. We blessed, so blessed, get blessed like this.